Hey, and that's actually what happens when your willpower fills up all the way with the sword. You go back and forth. I'll be using that later on when I can get my will charged up a lot quicker. So, let's see if we can get... nope, we need to go around. I went the wrong way. So let's work my way back, because I got lost. And I got some more candy! Yay! Candy's good. Especially if I'm running low on health. Okay, what I need to do is I need to go around Topple this way, so that I can go across the river. Why across the river? Because that's the way to the waterfall mountain, silly. It's also the way to Wendel, which we will be taking our lovely leaf here to. Unlike Topple, Wendel's going to be your first major city. Spoilers, but really it is. Topple's really there if you want to go get something out of the way. You really don't have to go out of the way for Topple if you really don't want to. Again, I kind of recommend it because better armor early in the game, even if it's just a helmet, is a good thing to have. Just get in the habit if you have better equipment, like in any RPG, buy it as soon as you possibly can. Especially here, where grinding for money really isn't that big a deal. Because as long as you don't run into enemies like I have been doing, you should be okay. And these enemies aren't bad. It's some of the ones that we'll be seeing, that will be coming up too soon, that will probably be giving us most of our problems. Not these things. Anyway, that demon thing is tough for a early level enemy. So just keep your distance, kill those rabbits, which are a big staple of the Mana series, and you should be fine. I think I want to go over here. But yeah, for early enemies, those demon things are really tough. I'm just going to ignore all of you. If you're not careful, they can kill you for an early in-game enemy. So I'm going to ask her to keep me healed, and I'm going to work my way over here. I really don't want to use my candy until I absolutely have to. So that's just a thing. But yeah, keep things in mind. And hey, look, we're at a cabin already. So anyway, if we talk to this guy, I said, I'm looking for a man named Bogard. He says, I don't know anything, and he would essentially tell us to go away if we didn't have the girl, like he does here. However, if you have a girl, he'll recognize the pendant of mana around her. Even though there's no pendant on the sprite, she obviously has a pendant. So Leaf tells him her mother gave it, and asks him if he's the Geminite Bogard. Which, yes, he is. See, it was when Wendel was trying to conquer the world with the power of mana. So they fought against him to retrieve the peace, but they were losing, and the power of mana was too strong. But there was a lady who assured our victory. Guess who that was? The lady had a pendant on her chest, so it seems like the girl is the key for this time, and surprise, surprise, that the lady was the girl's mother. So anyway, in the next room we are going to get a mattock. We need to go to the cave to the east side of the mountains, so that's our next destination. And he tells us what we can use mattocks for, which is to break rocks. And we need to see Siba and Wendel. So there we go. We have our next agenda. So anyway, here's your second obstacle. Second item you need to keep on you, especially early in the game. Whatever. Early in the game, you want to keep a steady supply of mattocks on you. Because you will be using them to break down not only rocks, but walls and stuff like that. Which technically you wouldn't find out until one of the next big dungeons. Die. Fine. I'm gonna leave you. Didn't see him. And hey, we leveled up. That was good. So I'm going to choose Power next. And like I said, Power and Wisdom is going to be fluctuating back and forth for the rest of the game. So that kind of saves us a little bit. I'm going to clear the screen of enemies before I save. And like I said, I'm saving after every level up. Even though later on in the game I probably won't need to. So I'm going to keep on heading as far east as I possibly can. And so that way I can use the cave to get to Wendel. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the cave. So let's kill some rabbits and get into the cave. So, not equip, stupid. I can equip an item and magic equip with mixed up all the time. So you want to have the Mattock in your secondary slot, which is your B slot. Any item that's in that slot or magic spell later on can be used with the press of the B button. Okay? Now, Mattocks have limited uses. 7 uses, it looks like. Normally, I think Mattocks later on have lesser uses. But there are some items that can't be used by pressing B, like keys. Keys are used automatically when you enter a locked door. But like if you have a healing item or a healing or a spell, you will equip it and press B to use it. So you'll probably see me going back and forth between these screens later on the game, or throughout the game, because you have limited options. It's pretty much whatever you have equipped at the time, and right now, even though it seems simple to us, it's not so simple. You can also break pots with a Mattock, just letting you know. I'm not, because I am conserving my Mattock for later uses. So, time to kill that thing, time to kill a rabbite, time to get hit by a rabbite, time to hopefully not die, and hey, we get a present, which is more candy. This candy is nummy. Come on, get up here. He came up here. Oh, you can also destroy open treasure chests. And we'll work our way back around here. And I think we should be... Nope. We'll be meeting some new enemy types soon. First of all, there's actually a store here. Now, you've seen the store before. So he is selling a battle axe for 150 gold. We don't have enough right now. But we can also buy some items, like another key and some more Mattocks, which, again, there's 7 hits. I'm not going to buy a Mattock here, I'll buy a Mattock later, because right now I need to get to 150 gold. And Swampy Head. So I will be right back, guys, as I go to raise gold once again. Okay, so we're back with 150 gold. So let me talk to this guy. And we can buy the battle axe, which is going to be important. And how about some items? No. So while I could actually sell the sword, I am not going to, because I want to keep at least one of each type of weapon on you. Yes, you can have multiple weapons, and you can switch back and forth, and each of them have different uses. And in fact, later on, you will find different types of certain weapons, like different types of axes or different types of swords. And you want to keep at least one of each item on you, because each of them are important. See, the axe can actually chop down certain things. Can I kill this thing? Yeah, I can. Axe is a short range weapon. It can chop down things like trees. Can't destroy these things, but later on when we find some trees, we can chop down with the axe. So the an axe is, especially early on, is something nice to have. Also, these enemies we're coming across now are the first ones to cause sass afflictions that will be causing poison. Also, these things right here, you can't hurt them. You can only hurt them with magic, which we do not have yet. And that's the wrong way. I want to go down here to try to get to Wendel. We have to watch out for these flowers and these jellyfish thingies. And we get a level up. Isn't that happy? So I am going to level up. You know what? I don't need to level up my wisdom right now. Why am I leveling up my wisdom? I don't have magic. Between power and will, I want to power up my will early on. Yes, I will. So, I am going to deviate from that plan. I don't know why I was following that plan in the first place. And there's our first instance of poison. Poison will go away on its own. I'm going to ask to put the poison at bay. Poison, like most status afflictions, will go away after a little while. I could have had Pure help it go away sooner, but knowing that it would go away on its own, it was better just to wait it out. So I'm going to save, and I'm going to move on. So, we can't get through here. Looks like we need something to get through these things. Whatever these things are, some leafy substance. So, for the meanwhile, we're going to head west. And you saw me throw my axe. Actually, that's actually what happens when you have a full will meter on the axe. You throw it ahead of you. Use it as a projectile. So let's go through here. And we enter this castle. This is not Wendel. This is a weird castle thing that has some strange music. So welcome to Ket's room. Ket's. There's rooms ahead that are occupied. And actually, in the western rooms, that's essentially some rooms that actually, well, I'll get to it when I get there. So, we can't get past the door because they're for Mr. Lee. So, let's talk to the citizens of this room. So, the Lizard Man's nest is to the south. And they have the key to open the Cave of Marsh. Well, that's an interesting sounding cave. And the Mystic Mirror reveals people's true colors. So, the man here threw it away in the cave. I'm going to guess it's in the Cave of Marsh. So anyway, let's just head to the western rooms. Now, the thing is, these rooms, if you just lay on the bed, it acts exactly the same as a inn, which I'll be saving after. So if at any time around here you need to restore your HP or MP, just rest here.